the Showdown #2 live on West Ham unofficial. We are live. It is the Showdown Take 2 live quiz. I hope you are all excited. I've got two very knowledgeable West Ham fans with me tonight, and we are going to do a quiz like we did with Mr. Walsh and Mr. Frankel, but the fighting talk's going to start. So what I want you to do, you two, I've let you two. I always get that wrong. You two fire away each other. Say what you got to say, and we'll get into it.
Right. What can I say? West Ham this year, we've done really well. I feel like we're going on the up. But you, James, you're going to be just like Sheffield United. You're going down.
Blimey. You know what I mean? It rhymes like that. I've definitely got a chance. Do you know what I mean? Bring it on, Philip, in your 1999 top. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go, man.
Oh dear. Right, comments is coming this time tomorrow. This comment was made yesterday. There'll be one winner and there'll be one loser, and that will be within the next hour. Right. I hope you are all looking forward to tonight's quiz. The question on everybody's mind: are you Team James, or are you even more over there, Team Phil? Right. Let's see what we have said. Right. Some predictions that have came in. Mum's prediction is James. Dad's is Phil.
Facebook, he's getting deleted off Facebook tonight. That's for certain.
Who's this, James?
Oh, that's my missus. Oh, mate, I will pay you later, sweetheart. There you go. Thank you.
Good luck. This will be close. That is just for Forge from Iron Gate. See, where's Michael Buffer? We don't do that stuff here. That's just for you. Shakespeare has came in. Who is the Shakespeare of West Ham football knowledge tonight? We will find out and see. But tonight we are doing we're doing it to see who's got the most superior knowledge. But I have left the links in the description down below for Isla'S Army, Isla'S Fight, all of the Twitter pages, all of the PayPal, all of that stuff is down there. So if you don't know Isla Caton, she's a 6-year-old West Ham fan. She's been fighting neuroblastoma for a good few years now, and she needs more treatment, and so we need to come together as a fan base, and the people involved will be greatly appreciated. All the links and that are down in the description down below. Surely a bit of buff intro is in order. I'm not doing that. Right, Scott's in the chat. Evening, chaps. I hope you are well. What are you, Scott? Are you Team James? Are you Team James, or are you Team Phil? I don't know. We will wait and see. Right, so has the fighting talk stopped, gentlemen?
Yes,
it certainly has. Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to go. Check out Canning Town Lane using the link in the description down below. I'm not going to play the video now. I will play it later on. But the video I am going to play is round 1, and it's the random round. So, gentlemen, are you ready? Let's just go through these comments first. Here we go. Team James. Jake's voice is too deep. I don't know what's going on now. Is that a problem? I don't know whether he's just being sarcastic. Evening, Kent. Are you Team James or Team Phil? Tom's going Team James. He can do this.
Someone give Phil some Team Phil's goals, like putting pressure on me here.
Did a push up. I mean, I did dry up the pan, but everything else was done by the time I got up there. But anyway, we're gonna get on. There are 5 questions in this round. We're gonna get into it. Whoever says it first, whoever gets the correct answer, gets the point. But before we do it, here is the scoreboard. It's ready to go. It is ready to go. James, Phil, 0 points apiece. Let's get straight into it. So the first question, gentlemen, who made their West Ham debut against Man City on the 19th of February 2020?
Jeremy Ngakia.
No. James?
Jared Bowen.
That is the correct answer. 1 point.
Time, baby. I'm in the house. Let's go.
Right, James, he's like, stop the count. I did not wash up a spoon. I washed up the massive pan that's about the size of me. Here we go. They've come in. It's the hashtag Team Phil boys and girls making all the noise everywhere we go. Well done, Jazza. Well done. So the forfeit is for 30 seconds. You've got to praise the other person's superior West Ham knowledge. Ooh. And then this is the killer. For 30 seconds, say why you want to live in Somerset and why, and that's another killer. So you don't want to lose, gentlemen. Second question on the board. Second one, and this is closest wins. It might be a bit out of your lifetime, but in the 1985-86 season, we finished third. But how many points did we get in that season? And that's closest wins.
72.
83.
Oh, Phil is one off, so Phil gets that point. It was in fact 84. So we just at one apiece. The third question. I did this in the last one. In the last quiz, so I'm going to do it again. This is closest wins yet again. Add these players' shirt numbers up, and what do you get? So we've got Mipo Odebeko, Guy Demel, Joe Cole, Cheku Kuyate, and the one, the only Roberto. I'll repeat them for you. So we've got Odebeko, Guy Demel, Joe Cole, Kuyate, and Roberto. Closest wins. Put your answers in at the same time when you feel like you've got them.
74.
Phil.
70.
James gets the point. It was in fact 112. So James gets that point. A bit off.
I'm so glad I got through that one. I'm so glad I did not have a clue on that one at all. But yeah.
Oh dear. Here we go. To all those in attendance, to the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. There we go. Right, so the answers that came in the chat, Jazz is sticking with you. Don't worry, Phil, you gave him that first question on purpose to give him a chance. The ones that came in was 102. Kent said 100. 10 out you were. Guy Demel, what a centre back he was. 122. So there was a few close guesses in the chat, but that point does go over to the one next to me, to James. Right, next question. The fourth question of the random round. It's whoever shouts it out first, whoever gets the correct answer. What team did Mark Noble face in his first game for West Ham?
Southend.
That is the correct answer. He's too quick. He was a bit too quick there. So that evens that up. Here we go. It's already coming in. 2-1 Team James. Jazza said 1,046 for that. Next question. The fifth one and the final of this round. Now this is another closest wins one. What minute did Trevor Brookings score against Arsenal in the 1980 FA Cup final? That was the only goal of the game. And what minute was that scored?
24th minute.
Phil?
35th.
James gets the point. It was in fact the 13th. Unlucky for some. 13th minute.
Are you good, Phil? Are you doing, baby? Look at the missus, mate. I'm in her good books tonight. You Manchester United fan? Yeah.
Kent got that right. Of course, Kent got the Southend one right. And Kent got that one as well. What less would I expect from the man that is Kent? You were 3 off there, and Scott was 2 off. It was the 13th. So, at the end of that round, we are tied up, but not quite. It is at the end of that round. James, 3, Philip, 2. That is the first round done. Thoughts on that round and thoughts of what's coming up, guys?
Interesting.
I'm blagging it at the minute.
Don't worry,
I'm blagging it.
There's still one round and then the long round where everything can change. So the next round, we will move on to round 2. The tension is building live on West Ham Official. 12 people watching. Come on, guys, interact in the live chat. And let's get into it. The second round, the question is, do you know the host? I like that music. It's quite nice. But anyway, right. The first question of this round, shout it out when you like, and we will see what answers we get. So the know the host round, whoever says it first. The first question is, what was the last West Ham game I went to? Physically at the ground, I should say.
Arsenal.
Everton.
That's correct. Arsenal away was the last game. That was the last game before lockdown, I think. And we were there. 1-0 loss, I think it was. I think VAR robbed us in that. It robs every team, but there you go. Right, the next question is, what West Ham player is currently on the back of my shirt?
Oh.
Mark Noble.
That is the correct answer. I mean, I'm going to...
Just to prove it.
Yeah, boy. Pay you later.
That is the correct answer. So that point goes to James. He's slightly got the lead again going into the last question of this round. So this is a bit of geography included here. To where I live, to where I am currently, where is the closest Premier League ground to where I live? So you're thinking Somerset.
You're looking at
Fulham. Creme Cottage.
Southampton.
That is the correct answer. Southampton would be
Right down there. Phil, are you with us? Or is this a one-man show here? Come on, get involved, baby. Get involved. You know what I mean? Southampton. Somerset to Southampton is about hour and 20.
How do you know that?
Because I know my geography. You know what I mean? Any chance, Phil? Any chance? Go on, man.
Dear. Jazza says, Phil, don't let James get into your head. It just shows that meringue, he's scared because he knows what you're capable of.
Jazza, listen, mate, you love me, don't you, Jazza? Come on, now, you know what I mean? Come on, admit it.
I'm on the water tonight. I'm never on the water, but I decided to go for a bit of water tonight. If you were interested, you're probably not. See, Kent gets there again. Arsenal, Southampton. We did go to that game. I mean, we tend to go to half the games, and we went to the 2 games on the trot, and then that was completely it. People got it right. Kent got it right. I tell you what, if Kent did this quiz, nobody'd have a chance. Nobody'd have a chance. He got that one right as well. Southampton. Who is winning West Ham online? We can now go over, and it is currently it's spread out a bit at 5 points to James and 3 points to Phil. Let's just take the few more comments. Listen, God, he's getting a bit tasty. Elbow cough, and there we go. Just to confirm it, James is winning. Yes, James is winning.
Not for long.
Oh dear, let's go.
Oh,
how he's picking on me.
Dear. Tough love, James. There you go. There's a bit of banter going on in the chat as always. You always. Andy says, sorry, I'm still working and trying to listen. Thanks, mate. Thanks for joining us. Jake's first game back could also be Southampton.
Okay.
We will see. Right, so we have confirmed that going into the last round, going into the quickfire round, it is currently 5-3. But what happened in the last quiz? Mr. Frankel was 3-1 up, and it still turned around the other way. So anything could happen with these 10 questions that I'm going to ask the respective of you. But before we do get into that, build attention, guys. Keep your comments coming in. Wherever we are in collaboration with Canning Town Len, please check them out using the link in the description down below. And these 2 quiz masters and I will be back very, very shortly. Canning Town Len is your best place to buy custom portraits that you can buy on the internet. Canning Town Len does animated portraits like this one he did for me up here. They're absolutely fantastic and I couldn't recommend them enough. So just some ones that he did for me. I've got this one here outside the London Stadium. I mean, it looks just like me, really. The best possible kind of animated portrait, kind of animated cartoon kind of picture I could hope for, really. They're absolutely amazing and they are so realistic, look exactly like me, and they are very good to buy. So make sure you do click the link in the description down below to buy a portrait from Canning Town Len. I'd highly recommend them. Click the link in the description down below. He does animated portraits, non-West Ham related, West Ham related, lots of different backgrounds, any shirt, any background. You can basically customize it to your absolute kind of needs and what you exactly want. So click the link in the description down below to check out Canning Town Len. Come on, your irons. The tension's settling. Honestly, I'm starting to get a bit worried. The Glove is your nearest club. Yeah, but how far away are Yeovil? Kent, you know everything. There you go. Yes, Kent, 30 minutes away. They are. Tom says he'd like it to go to penalties.
Well, maybe.
Scott says, "Ooh, I'd need to order my portrait from Len tonight." Yes, please do. That would be very much appreciated, Scott. I always win. So Jazza says he always wins. Right, this is the final round. Then, any final thoughts before we go into this round, guys?
Let's bring it on,
mate.
Let's go. I am going to start with James's questions. Then Phil is just in the back. Right. I'll tell you what, we're going to flick things around because Phil is losing at the moment. We are going to go with you, Phil. Phil, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's get going then. Right then. First question. Take as long or as little as you like on these questions. It's completely up to you. Question 1. The player I dislike the most in the current West Ham squad. What is the 8th letter of his surname?
N.
Next question. What nationality is Frederick Alves?
Danish.
Third question. Where did we buy Lukas Fabianski from?
Swansea City.
Next question. How many bookings did we get in our game against Man United at the weekend?
God, I can't remember now. 2.
True or false? Former West Ham striker Mido has scored did score no goals for West Ham.
He didn't score any goals for us at all, so that would be a false, wouldn't it?
So, only I know the scores. So we are now going to bring James back on. There's no contact. That is gone. James, are you ready?
Ready when you are, man.
Let's get going then. Question number 1. The player I dislike the most in the current West Ham squad. What is the 3rd letter of his name?
M.
Question 2. Vladimir Soufal tops the tackle list for West Ham so far this season, but who is second on that list?
Declan Rice.
Question 3. When we lifted the playoff trophy in 2012, who was the captain that lifted that trophy?
Kevin Noland.
Question number 4. What nationality is Arthur Masuaku?
Right. That's a trick question. I know that is because he's not. I'm gonna say I think it's wrong, but I'm gonna say French. But I think he's like Guinean or something, but I'll go French.
Question 5. Where did we buy Aaron Cresswell from?
Ipswich Town.
That is it. Right, let's see what people are saying. Danish was correct. Swansea was correct. Rice was correct. Nolan was correct. Honestly, Kent, you're smashing this. Congo was correct. And
That's
so
the one. I knew it.
So I
Oh,
confirm the winner of the West Ham unofficial Showdown #2 quiz. It's James.
go on then, baby! Yeah, boy! Don't mess with the fat man, baby. Oh, dear, oh my days, I can't believe it. Come on, Phil. Come on. Tell me how great I am, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's get on with it. Oh, mate.
7 is the victory for Fat Boy Fever 16. It is James who gets the win, 8 points to 7. James, anything more you want to say?
You know what? In all seriousness, it's been good, yeah. And I must admit, I was a bit nervous going to that last round because some of the questions that Phil was getting was I knew the answers to, but I knew he would know the answer to them and all. So, yeah, it's been good, mate. But I'm just waiting for my 30 seconds of Phil telling me how great I am.
Well, let's get that sorted now.
I'm kidding, man. Go on, man.
Just before I let you do that, Phil, any thoughts, any commiserations, anything you want to say?
Well, it was very close. I felt like I did a lot better in that last round than the other two, but obviously there was only one winner, and James was that winner. So there we go.
Yeah.
I'll do my 30 seconds now then.
The floor is yours. I'm going to exit just to see these two on screen. It's James who was the victor, and Phil lost out.
James, congratulations. Your knowledge is far superior than mine. You are the best out there, and you will go very far if you ever face any more competitors to West Ham related quizzes. If University Challenge or Mastermind was doing a West Ham special, you would top it, hands down. 100%.
No, that's well, Phil. That's all right. Yeah, I mean, mate, I must admit, it's been a pleasure, lad. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
And I mean, you've got to do the 30 seconds of say why.
This is the bit I was waiting for all night. Go on, Phil.
Say why you would like to live in Somerset and why. Pharaoh, what would you like to live in the countryside like we do?
Well, Somerset's got everything. You got your Scrumpy, you've got Western Supermare, you've got Cheddar Gorge, you've got Wookie Hole. I have been to Somerset, by the way.
There we go.
Yeah. You're away from the big city of London. It's nice. Everyone's polite. Everyone says hello to each other when you walk through a village. That's about it.
There you go. I believe that's 30. So that was very well said. You've got some knowledge on our county. That was very well said.
He ain't got no knowledge on West Ham, though, has he? Boomtown, you know what I mean? They'll fire and shop.
Before we go through the last comments, when the Canning Town Len video was playing, I noticed at the bottom of my screen Phil was off. He was making his bed. He was putting his cushions right. Was that right, Phil?
Well, before on one of the questions, I threw my car keys out the back of my jeans and it went behind the bed. So I went to get them before I forgot.
Oh, but that's the explanation. Right, let's see what people are saying. Kent says James wins. Well played, JF. There you go. Well done, James.
Mrs. is happy. I mean, I haven't disgraced myself live on national YouTube.
Global YouTube.
Yeah.
Who's to play? Would anybody like to say who that is?
The man, the myth, the legend, Yarmolenko.
It is. Does their surname begin with B? It
No.
doesn't. Well done, lads. I was saying well done. Holly's enjoyed it, so there we go. That's all that matters. I think James should stand up for this praise. Go on then, stand up. He's had the praise, but stand up.
I would do, but the chair, like, we things here, so I'll stand here.
Yeah.
I will take the applaudits, but nah, it's good.
Yeah.
All good, man.
And here we go. Would James like to make his winner's speech?
Nah, in all seriousness, I'll be honest with you, I was a bit nervous about this tonight, going against Phil, because I've seen Phil's comments on different platforms, and basically in the chat, he gets quite a few of the questions right, and I get quite a few of the questions wrong. So yeah, I thought myself, this is going to be an hard one, but I've managed to get over the line. I'm proud. My missus can look at me again, you know what I mean, and not have no shame. And yeah, we go from there, gentlemen. But it's been a pleasure, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for everybody joining us. Thank you to you two for participating. It's been really good. And yeah, don't forget the cricket gown, Taunton as well. The cricket gown, there we go. See, everybody knows about us. Everybody knows. James has come out victors. The next quiz, the question is, who is it going to be? You will find out very, very soon. Now, I am going to use the tiebreaker question. It's the same format as the last one. I'm thinking of one West Ham player, and I'm ready to click on his picture now. Who is it?
Noble. No.
I mean,
Craig Dawson.
I could use Craig Dawson, but I mean, I used him last time. But let's just Craig. Actually, he's coming. Craig, what did you think of the quiz? Oh, it was a very good quiz, well contested. Commiserations to Phil, you came very close. But the man, the one, the only. Congratulations, to Mr. Fever. There you go. You've had that live from Craig Dawson. What physically more could you want? But that is going to do it, I think. Thank you very much for watching the Showdown #2. Thanks to everybody in the chat. There you go. Go on, Dawes. Go on, Dawes. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Tom, Kent pretty much got all of them right. So well done, Kent. I wouldn't expect anything less. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to James's missus for putting the support in for James. And thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, hit the like button, do all of that stuff. And from James, from me, and from Phil, come on, you irons, and goodbye.